quite a number of years ago, the change that happened in the schools was that we went from a first to sixth grade, seventh to ninth, and sophomore to senior, one notch moved up. Grade school went 1 to 5, 6 to 7 to 9, 6 to 9, 6 to 8, and then 9 to high school. And we always thought about that, particularly in my old age as a senior, of like throwing the ninth graders for the wolves with all those bad high schoolers. Lloyd, do you have a perspective on that whole thing, having been in the school system?
That's actually an interesting question, and I will tell you, if you're a school board member anywhere, of course, Steve's wife is, if you want some excitement, tell people you're going to realign the grade levels or change the boundaries between the schools. You will have 200 angry people show up at the board meeting, and every one of them wants to tell you you're an idiot. And you may be, but nonetheless, from the perspective of school districts, the reason things like that change so much has very little to do with educational theory or practice or realities or anything. It has everything to do with the number of kids there are in the various grade levels and in the various neighborhoods. It's absolutely essential to even out the schools. And that's why every year, both local districts, but probably every school district, changes the boundaries slightly, changes the attendance areas. You also have to think about streets. For example, if Kenroy School is smaller than Grant School in the Eastmont district, you can't necessarily switch a bunch of kids because you have Grant Road running down the middle and you have kids going across the street. But anyway, the grade configurations have more to do with the capacities of the buildings than they do with educational needs. But the thing you mentioned about the disparity between, say, a high school senior and a ninth grader, especially a male high school senior and a female ninth grader, is something you really, really have to think about. And that's why the current configurations pretty much exist as they do.